So here it is, the day after the snow that hit the Northeast. Here in Michigan we didn't get too much, just enough to cover the grass. But now it's time for me to go in and package up an item that I sold on Etsy. So I'll take you guys along for the ride. Okay, so now I sold that owl platter on Etsy, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can see. Get this way so I can see too. And I just happen to know that the owl plate, that Kroc owl plate, is in this stack of plates over here. It's what I call my organized chaos. And what? There he is. Ooh. I'm gonna get him out. I'm gonna put him over here. And I can't believe this plate hasn't sold yet. And I have the fish plate. And this one I haven't listed yet because he's Easter. And I haven't listed this yet either. But I just did a haul video on those two items the other day. And now come over into the Emporium and I'm going to get ready to wrap it up. So I think what I need to do, so the first thing I do, I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to move these out of the way. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to put this way. And you guys are gonna have to bear with me with this new vlog style of doing things. I'm going to put this up on its tripod. I'll grab some tissue paper. And I am going to wrap this in some tissue paper. I like using tissue paper for shipping. I do tissue paper. Oh, that makes a lot of noise. I use tissue paper and I'm going to try to do this one-handed. Alright, so that's the tissue paper on there. And now I just have to get a piece of, I got bubble wrap down here. I'm going to get that off and turn the camera off and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have the plate all wrapped up in its bubble wrap, and I was looking around to find a box, and I found this one, and it's a bit big for it, height-wise, but I looked at all my other boxes. I had smaller boxes that would fit, but it wasn't wide enough. So I'm just going to use this box. So I just need to put some material underneath and on top and around the sides, and then I'm going to tape up the box. Now you guys are probably wondering, why am I filming something that's so disorganized and so cluttered? And that's because this is the before, how I kind of struggled to do things. And let me get some stuffing in here. And I kind of struggled, and I would make it work, and I didn't mind it, but I'm realizing that if I don't get myself organized, when I get up to doing 8 to 10 packages a day versus, I have one today to do, it's going to be quite an issue. So I'm going to organize more. I gave you guys the before tour in the last video, or in the previous video, and so now I'm showing you a little bit about my struggles for, I'm going to use some newspaper. Let me get some of this out. And so this isn't going to be one of these nice and neat, and I pretend to be completely professional at what I do, because I'm doing this right now part-time. I'm definitely not professional at it yet. I'm still learning how to like hold a camera in one hand and do everything one-handed. But you can come along with me. Everyone pretends that everything has to be absolutely perfect. You have to, oh, you can't do it unless you're perfect. And that's not true. You don't have to be perfect at anything. And when you're first learning, you will never be perfect at anything. It's a learning curve. So now my packing tape is over here. So this is what I call my organized chaos. Put this down like this. Now the good thing about this plate, if I can hold this so you guys can watch me do this. Maybe not. Let me try. Let me try doing this. So, get that down in there. Okay, so I just realized that this has a label on it, and I don't want that label in there, so I'm going to take all these labels off, and I will be right back with you guys. Okay, so I got the label off, and I got it taped together, because you need two hands to do that. So most of these boxes, like these right here, I get from my neighbors. Now, I order these from the post office, and so I have a bunch of those priority boxes too. In fact, I didn't show you guys this from the tour, but I put this bed up on risers. My daughter, Green Bee Explorer, who also has her own channel, I'm gonna plug her channel. She helped me get this little bed. You can see the risers are very, in fact, this still has the price tag on. I found them at Goodwill. You can always find the bed risers at Goodwill. That's a good tip for anybody who has a college student that's eventually going to be in the dorms. And so I put some packing material under here. I have my priority boxes here. And here's like one of those shoebox types. So I have, oh no, this isn't the shoebox type. Is it? Oh, yes it is. Yes it is, the shoebox one. And so I have all kinds of boxes under here as well. Ooh. Knocking over glasses. So now I have my box all ready to go. I just have to weigh it, and the good news is that's not a breakable plate. It's nice and light. I didn't have to overpack it too much because I don't have to worry about it breaking. So I just have to do my label, and then it's ready to go out the door. Okay, so I wanted to show you that this looks like the same box, but when I measured it, it was 13.5 inches by 10.5 by 5, and the label on that, because it's over the 12 inches, was extremely expensive. And on my Etsy listings, I only charged $6 towards the shipping, and the remaining part is in the price of the item. So I didn't want to eat the extra cost because the label was over $11 to ship it, because it was 13 inches like lengthwise. And so I just resized my own box. My husband's an electrician, so he just happens to have one of these, which are awesome. It's extremely sharp. I was surprised because I started to cut the box with my scissors, and I realized right away I needed what I'm going to call a box cutter. He called it something else. And so it worked perfectly. It was quite the struggle. You guys would have enjoyed that struggle, me trying to resize a box. The struggle is real, as they say. But now I have a much smaller box. I'm going to reweigh it, because initially it weighed 1 pound 8 ounces. But now that I took extra box off of it, I bet it weighs less too. So that's just a little tip for you guys, that I knew that box was a little too long, but I didn't realize it was going to cost me that much in shipping. So now I'm going to reweigh it and then print out my label. Okay, so I'm going to finish drinking my coffee, and then I'm going to get this package up to the post office. Now, after I resized it, it didn't really change the weight that much, which is okay. So I still put in the same weight, but I changed the dimensions. And guess what? The price didn't change because I guess, the price is kind of the same, whether it was 13.5 inches long or 11 inches long. I guess it would have had to be smaller than that. So I learned from that. I actually went and double checked on Pirate Ship against the Etsy postal rates to see if that was correct, and it was. It was exactly $11.59. So I had to eat a little bit more into my profit for the shipping, but I'm just glad that the package is out the door, and that is a learning process for me. Also, the cost of shipping went up for the holidays, and then there is also going to be a price hike on January 24th, so all shipping rates are going up regardless. So that's something to consider in terms of how I price items. I will see you guys in a little bit. Hi, so I wanted to do a little outro to my shipping vlog today. I had so much fun making that. It was a struggle. And then it did dawn on me when I went to the post office to drop off that package that the reason it cost so much for the shipping wasn't the size of the box. It didn't matter whether it was 11 inches or 13.5. It was the fact that it was going to California. I was shipping from Michigan to California, and that was why it was costing so much, along with the holiday rates that the post office is charging right now. So just wanted to give you guys that little tidbit of information, because sometimes when you're in the middle of doing something, you're so focused on one thing that you're not thinking about other reasons why something is the way it is. So anyways, if you guys like this new vlogging style of doing videos, please give me that thumbs up, put any comments down below, and subscribe to my channel. And if you are already a subscriber, thank you for that. I appreciate each and every one of you. Also know that the links to all of my selling pages, eBay, Etsy, and Poshmark are down below, along with my social media pages, and I will see you guys next time.